All right, YouTube, y'all read the title. But before we talk about that, I'm gonna tell y'all I'm a fitness guy, and I'm a fitness guy who believes that it's all about the math, it's all about the numbers, how many calories, how many sets, how many reps, how many months you do this, how many, all numbers. All right. YouTube is no different. Growing your channel is no different. So we're gonna talk about how YouTube Shorts can actually help you get your watch time. Now, there's two ways to getting monetized on YouTube when it comes to watch time. You can have your watch time 4,000 hours in a year, right? Or you can have 10 million short video views within a year, right? 10 million short video views is going to be way harder than getting 4,000 hours of watch time. And 4,000 hours of watch time seems almost impossible to the average person who isn't constantly posting. But let me tell you how YouTube Shorts can help you with that. All right. And also, 4,000 hours of watch time is way harder than getting 1,000 subs, right? You got to get 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours of watch time or 10 million short videos views, right? So if you post short videos throughout the day, let's say you post 10 of them a day, 10 short videos a day, shouldn't be hard. If you got something that you really talk about, me, I do fitness, and a lot of times when I do shorts, I see something funny I might want to say, or I might be pumping gas, I might have a tip, a topic, or something, a freestyle, a rap, or whatever. You know, I might say something about anything, almost anything, right? So I try to keep my channel mostly fitness, like my longer videos. But I sprinkle other things in there too, especially um, if I got a rest day, or if I'm not going to the gym, or if I went to the gym and I didn't feel like filming, or there was too many people, and there's another reason for me to have other videos, or I might be just trying to help people, like something simple as, programming your remote control, your universal remote control. But a lot of times I will make a long and a short video. Don't use the same content, because that was a big mistake that I did a long time ago. We're going to break it down. We're going to break down the math, right? Let's say you do 10 videos. And let's say you get to the point where you average, not each video, but you start to average 1,000 views per video. It's not hard to do with shorts. And when I say this, please do not just do this and then, a lot of people do this, right? Somebody give them some advice, whether it's YouTube, whether it's fitness, whether it's whatever. If they try it and it doesn't work automatically, um, they say that person was lying, or that person was trying to get them in some kind of, no. That's almost how, nothing works like that. All right, so it takes time, consistency. Then you get to this groove and you find out what works for you and what doesn't, just like working out, right? So when you get to the point, we're gonna break down the numbers. When you get to the point where you're getting 1,000 views per video on average, which isn't hard to do. Let's say you got 10 videos, and on average you got 1,000 views. Some of them got less than 1,000, some of them got a couple thousand, but on average it equals out to about 1,000. That's 10,000 views a day. The last 2 days I got 25,000 short video views, right? 25,000 short video views. That means, let's say you got an average of a minute, right? That's like 20 hours. You got an average of a minute. Divide that by 60 to make it into hours. That's like, is that like 20 hours? No, that's like 40 hours, right? That's like 40 hours of watch time. Now, let's say people wasn't watching a minute of your videos. And yes, you can make 3-minute shorts nowadays. And if you're going to do that, make sure it's something that people will watch more than a minute. You know what I'm saying? But let's say you got 30 seconds. That's still 20 hours of watch time, right? And if you get to the point where you got 20 hours of watch time in a day from your shorts combined with your longs, 20 hours of watch time, that means 4,000 hours can happen within, I did the math on my calculator. I'm trying to not be wrong. So if you do the math and I might be wrong, I'm trying to remember it. It's like 6 months, 6.5 months. Am I getting something wrong? Still, you could get monetized in like a half a year. or shorter. You know, if you start doing this now, see, I realized this not too long ago. So if you spam, not really spam, but like say what you gotta say. You might be doing things like okay, if I go to the gym and instead of posting a very long workout, if I go to the gym and I do shorts of each set, all right, I do a bench press, I do 10 reps or whatever, and I do a short instead of having that into my long video, right? That right there can eventually have 1,000. If I have a deadlift, if I have whatever, you know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna go in the gym, I'm doing 6 sets on bench press. I can make 6 shorts. I can make a short about me warming up. I can make a short about me walking into the gym and saying what I'm about to do. I can have a short about me after I left the gym, what I could have done better, what, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Whether people think I'm explaining, complaining, or whatever, put out what you put out. YouTube is you, basically. You put out what you're doing or what you want to put out. You know what I'm saying? So, and people gonna relate with you. But regardless, and also that can help you with your subs. If you're really putting out something that, if you ain't just throwing out filler, I got videos like that. I ain't gonna lie, I got a lot of videos like that. But if you ain't just throwing out filler, you're gonna have people subbing to you. See, I'm this close to 10,000 subs. Why? Because I found this out. You know what I'm saying? So being consistent, getting in front of the camera, telling people your honest opinion or something, being helpful, that's what's going to get you your watch time. That's what's going to get you your monetization. That's what's going to get you your subs. And even if you never get monetized, it's like some people just want to have a voice. You know what I'm saying? In regular life, it's like sometimes people don't listen to us, especially people like me. All right, and I'm not dissing nobody or bragging or putting myself down or anything else. I'm just speaking it how and I could be wrong. But a lot of people be asking me for advice in person, and then they oh my gosh, bro, it's crazy. That's why I always tell people I can't be a personal trainer. You're real good about fitness. You lost all that weight. You got shredded. You got your abs. You're strong, and this and that and third. You're doing it the natural way. Yes, you're 40 years old. You're about to be 42 years old, and you doing this and that. Yes. Sounds like somebody who should be a personal trainer. It's just not for me. I'm not a people person enough. You know what I'm saying? I don't really socialize, all right? A lot of people in real life say I don't talk enough. And I just look at the whole world as like, y'all all talk too much. And it might be somewhere in the middle, all right? Maybe I could talk a little more, and maybe other people could talk a little less and meet in the middle, but that's not going to happen. That's not reality. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, focusing on what I'm doing, being consistent. You know what I'm saying? I feel like talking is detrimental. Personal training and all that, that's great if you can find a good one. But we're going to talk about fitness a little bit too. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm probably going to use this in another video, so don't take it. Nah, that's another video. I ain't going to talk about it. I was going to talk about like surgeries and medications people using for weight loss and stuff like that, and my opinions on it. And you can ask me in the comments, or you can watch a video that I already made about it. But matter of fact, I did make a video about that. But I always tell people that a lot of people make the mistake of doing those things, and not saying doing those things is a mistake. I wouldn't do it, but they make the mistake of not training themselves how to eat properly, and after they got success with that, they gain it all back. Especially the surgeries. The medicines ain't been around long enough for me to really say that, but I see that happening. I hate to say it, but I'm just saying. It is what it is. It's training. It's just like anything else. Is a practice. All right, getting in front of this camera is a practice. I didn't like getting in front of the camera when I first started. I had a lot of videos POV because I didn't like getting in front of the camera. It wasn't that I thought I was ugly or nothing else. It's just that it isn't for everybody. But if you want to do it, baby steps. I always tell people baby steps with everything. But yeah, man. I mean, consistency. Consistency is the key. Being honest as possible is the key. Because lying can get you Lying only begets more lies. You got to keep covering up the lie, covering up the lie, covering up the lie, covering up the lie. And some people can see right through it. You know what I'm saying? I'm an awkward person, so at the same time, and I'm not dissing myself with that. Sometimes I be looking that way. So if you look that way when you're talking to somebody, that means you're lying. Try it out. It's free. Try it out. Hey, in my opinion, allegedly, for educational purposes only. I ain't saying no names either. But, you know, a lot of people would just, anything you say is automatically wrong. They got to contradict everything you say. I don't get it. Negative. And then they say I'm negative for talking about it. You know what I'm saying? I was talking about talking in the gym the other day on one of my videos, right? And somebody said I was so negative. I'm like, how am I negative when I'm talking about minding my business, putting on headphones, getting my workout in, and not bothering or saying nothing to nobody? How am I the one negative if that person is messing up my... I don't want all my... That's another thing. You can get stuck saying the same stuff. I've been saying the same stuff, that same thing for years. So I catch myself saying it, and I try not to say it. People thought I was saying that as a running gag, or I was doing that for content. I'm like, nobody even want to hear that. So how am I doing that for views? And nobody want to hear that. That's why I be catching myself. And I got videos made. I specifically said what I had to say, and I meant what I meant, whatever. But it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about what I've got going on right now. I just had the weekend off. I was gonna do some overtime. I was on day shift for 2 weeks. Now I gotta go on night shift for 2 weeks. I do 12.5-hour work. I do 12.5-hour work shifts. And I got good days off. I got long week, short week, whatever. I do want to do some more overtime for the next few weeks before I just start doing my regular shift again. And it's like, I've been kind of fatigued at the gym. I did go to the gym today. I didn't get no scenes. Did I get a scene? No, I did not. Yesterday I went to the gym and I got one scene. I was supposed to take the weekend off of working out. It's hard for me to do that, but I did have a weekend off, and I did sleep a lot more than I usually do on my days I work. So I got some rest. I'm not totally drained out of fatigue, but you can kind of tell. I can tell how I'm talking compared to, for people that are the first time watching my channel, watch my other videos and compare what I'm doing now to a few videos ago. So a little more rest. It's Monday morning. My lady could take my son to school. I like taking my son to school whenever I'm on days, whenever I'm on nights. I come back home, go to sleep, get ready, have everything laid out, then I go to work. You know what I'm saying? Wake up, go to work. You know, by the time I go to work, he's back home. She done picked him up. I dropped him off. She picked him up. Teamwork, you know what I'm saying? A household is a team, you know what I'm saying? That's also if you have a channel. Like I said, it's a channel, right? I do everything on my own, but she supports me, so it makes everything easier. If you got a team working on your channel, you know, you might have it a lot easier. I like doing everything on my own because being alone makes you strong at the same time, but having a family to take care of stuff, having both parents in the household, and understanding we got different roles, you know what I'm saying, but we help each other in each other's roles. Like if she's cooking, she's tired of cooking, I can cook sometime, you know. It might be a different meal. It's still gonna be a wholesome, healthy meal, but it might be a bodybuilder style meal, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna cook what I cook, you know, y'all gonna eat what I eat today, you know what I'm saying? That's just like she can do something that I'm supposed to do. I'm a protector, provider, and I don't expect her to provide. At the same time, if we didn't have kids, it would just us together, both of us being breadwinners, would be great. But, you know, with both of us being breadwinners with kids, you know, at the end of the day, who's going to do the house stuff? We both at work all the time. You know, I don't want my kids getting raised by a daycare or her sister or her mom or whoever. I want my kids raised by their mother, you know what I'm saying? Nurturer, basically. As a man, I'm a protector and a provider, so I don't say she needs to provide. I can help cook and clean, so she can help with some of my stuff. Somebody come in this house, I can be tired, she can fight him, right? Shit, I'm tired today, man. He right there, get him. Just kidding. But I'm just saying, as a man, we supposed to do everything we supposed to do and then some. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't like to play that role. It's traditional, it's old school, whatever. And they worry about everybody else messing it up for everybody. No, worry about your household. I can't control what other people doing out there. Men do this and women do that. We be watching stuff like that on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's funny, it's entertaining.